Hey, Kirk Junge here from learninggolf.tv. Taking a look here at Bryson DeChambeau, playing in the Arnold Palmer Invitational this week, and he's one off the lead going into the fourth round. This was from an earlier round in the tournament, and he's set up here, it looks like to me, to hit a fade. You can see his feet are lined up down to the left, and it looks like the hole goes that way. So just keep that in mind when you look at this, but you can see Bryson basically sets up for impact. So what's unusual compared to the other players on tour is the club and right arm are on the same plane. It's set up at least to the elbow, so you can see the line going through the club up through the elbow of his right arm. And what this does, it sets his right shoulder here on top of the plane. And basically now, because of this setup, all he has to do is turn back and through, and his shoulder basically stays relative to the swing plane. It just goes up the plane and back down the plane while the club stays perfectly, you can see, on plane going back. And because it's a fade, he's a little bit above the plane here at the top. And when he comes down the plane, you'll see it's slightly above it here. And again, that's because he's trying to hit a cut here. And I think it was a great shot. You see the club coming perfectly down the plane. And he's exactly on the same plane that he set up on. And basically that's what my setup for impact swing teaches you. Been teaching it for over 20 years. And I'll show you a shot of my swing here and compare the two in a moment. So then you can see the club coming a little bit to the inside here, which is perfect for a fade. And you'd see him release the club though perfectly on plane as well. Also interesting for those who try to swing like Moe, you can see Bryson uses his legs a lot more. You can see the right heel coming off the ground and the hips and upper body very open at impact, so he's able to generate somewhat more club head speed. And my setup for impact swing does this as well. I want you to use the body because in today's game you need as much distance as possible. So I'm going to show you a comparison of our two swings here in a second. So you can see that's me on the right and Bryson on the left. And so when comparing the swings and my setup for impact method, basically you can see that drawing a line up through the shaft of the club results in the line going through the elbow of the right arm for both of us. Both of us have the right shoulder then sitting on top of the plane. In both swings you'll also see then that the shoulder will be on top of the plane going back. And you can see Bryson here goes back right on plane, and you can see the shoulder moved up here. And it's still on plane. The hands are slightly above the plane here, but only because he's hitting a cut shot here. And if you look at my swing here, going back, you can see perfectly on plane at the top of the swing. And this is a goal of setup for impact, that we can turn back up the plane without having to manipulate the club at all, and then turn back down the same as Bryson does. You can see the club comes straight down the swing plane. See mine coming down right down the swing plane as well. And at impact, you can see both in very similar positions. You can see the right heel working off the ground for both of us, showing the use of the legs and ground forces to generate club head speed, which is very important to not only hit the ball far, but also for putting your hands into and club into a proper impact position, which will give you the most accuracy, spin, and distance. So if you're looking to simplify your golf game, visit my website at learninggolf.tv. I show you step by step how to hold the club and set up in such a way which makes great impact much easier to attain because we're set up close to where you need to be. I have also a set of simple drills that will make it much easier to convert and get used to the swing so you can get out and enjoy the game of golf as quickly as possible, as opposed to working on your golf swing from an inferior setup position as golf is normally taught. Just set up for impact. Subscribe here to my channel on YouTube. There's going to be a lot more interesting videos. And please click like on this video. Thank you very much and have a great day.